I know we have all seen the disturbing news that Rema was paid the sum of $3 million to perform a single song at the wedding of the son of the richest man in India. For the lack of a better phrase, I call this a striking example of an extravagant wastage. This man didn't only spend that amount of money on Rema alone. I learned that he also gave Justin Bieber $10 million for a performance and even gave Rihanna, I think, around $5 million for a similar performance. This kind of reckless spending raised a whole lot of ethical and moral questions, especially considering the fact that India and Nigeria are both competing actively to see who will eventually emerge the poverty capital of the world. Giving Rema the sum of $3 million to perform a single song is a blatant display of wealth, and it shows the striking difference between the ultra-rich and the average citizens of both countries. When you pay out such an amount of money to a singer to perform just a single song, it shows the misallocation of resources in the world that we live in. That same amount of money could have been channeled into some social welfare initiatives like maybe healthcare, education, and even poverty alleviation, and this would have had a more significant impact on the society. Spending such amount of money at a go just simply shows the kind of premium that people place on entertainment versus all other serious human needs. I feel it is insensitive to pay such amount of money to Rema, especially at a time where many people in Nigeria and India are struggling to make ends meet. Millions of people can't even afford to eat 2 times in a day, but here we have the richest man in India giving just a single person in Nigeria $3 million to perform a single song. It just shows that the man prioritizes his own personal pleasure and entertainment over the needs of the human beings around him and in Nigeria. He could have donated that same amount of money to maybe charity organizations in Nigeria, or invested the money into SMEs in Nigeria to help many more people than just giving a single person that money. Another thing is that spending such huge amount of money on Rema has again underscored the problematic culture of celebrity and commodification of art. Art ideally is not meant to be commodified, but here we are today in the world where people that have money are just commercializing everything and commodifying them. Don't get me wrong, artists generally deserve to be well compensated, but paying such an amount of money to an artist to perform just a single song can't just be explained. If you didn't know, that singular move of his has distorted artistic expression and reduced everything to status symbol. Because now the news all over the social media is that Rema is the highest paid artist in Africa. It doesn't make any sense. That shouldn't be what we are amplifying. We should be amplifying his musical dexterity and artistic excellence, not the fact that he is now the highest paid artist in Africa, a continent that is ravaged with poverty, and as a country that is like the poverty capital of the world. Make it make sense. I don't know about you, but I feel this just perpetuates a cycle where celebrities are disproportionately compensated at the expense of creativity and genuine talent. In my own humble opinion, I feel the Nigerian Minister for Foreign Affairs must immediately summon the Indian ambassador to Nigeria for a meeting in Abuja to explain why such was allowed. The man can give any other artist whatever amount of money that he feels like. In fact, I can say it was justified to give Justin Bieber $10 million. It was justified to give Rihanna $5 million. After all, both artists are from like the richest countries in the world, so the wealth is evenly distributed in America, so it doesn't raise any concern. But giving an artist in Nigeria the sum of 3 million naira when millions of people are probably going to sleep today very hungry, I think it's insensitive, and it can trigger a chain of negative reactions from the poor masses. I feel it might even put Rema at risk, because now everybody on the streets have heard that he received the sum of $3 million from the richest man in India. If the guy returns to Nigeria now, he has to build up the security around him, and it would cost him a whole lot of money, because now he can't even move around freely again for the fear of being maybe attacked by the poor who are already hungry at the news. Also, I feel Rema missed the golden opportunity of redeeming himself just like Burna Boy by not rejecting that money. We recently heard that Burna Boy was offered the sum of $5 million to perform at an event in Dubai, but he rejected it simply because his freedom to perf was going to be denied. He rejected it, and today he is respected for it. I feel Rema should have rejected that sum of money simply on the basis that he can't in good conscience be receiving the sum of $3 million to perform just a single song, while millions of Nigeria can't even have any hope of eating 3 times a day. If he had rejected that money and the news made it to the media, Rema would have successfully become an icon in Nigeria and indeed the entire continent of Africa. But he missed that golden opportunity to cement his name in the history of Nigeria and Africa. He still has enough time to atone for the mistake by making sure that all the money he collected from that man is donated to all the charities in Nigeria and some other parts of Africa. All the money, don't touch it, just donate it, spread it across all charity organizations in Nigeria. You can also distribute it among the numerous struggling SMEs we have in Nigeria. That would essentially make up for this mistake. Thank you and God bless.